Love changes behavior, not in loud, dramatic ways, but in quiet, consistent actions. When a woman truly loves a man, her effort becomes intentional, her care becomes personal, her sacrifices become invisible. This video is not about stereotypes, it's about patterns. Things women usually do only when their feelings are deep, sincere, and emotionally invested. These are not things done out of obligation, they are done out of choice. Let's begin. 1. She becomes emotionally available. A woman may talk, laugh, and socialize with many people, but emotional availability is different. When she loves a man, she opens up about her fears, insecurities, and past pain. She allows herself to be vulnerable. She shares thoughts she normally keeps guarded. She doesn't just talk to fill silence. She talks to be understood. This level of emotional access is rare. Women protect their emotional world carefully, and they only unlock it for someone they trust deeply. If she lets you see her emotional side, you matter to her. 2. She adjusts her life around him. Love shows up in priorities. A woman in love rearranges her schedule to spend time with him, makes room for him in her routine, thinks ahead with him in mind. This doesn't mean she loses herself. It means she includes him. She plans her day, week, even future with his presence considered, because he's no longer optional in her life. 3. She listens to understand, not to respond. When a woman loves a man, she listens differently. She remembers small details. She notices tone, changes. She senses emotions behind words. She doesn't interrupt to prove a point. She listens to understand his inner world. Even when she disagrees, she wants to know why he feels the way he does. That level of attention is emotional intimacy, and it's intentional. 4. She defends him in his absence. One of the strongest signs of love is loyalty when you're not present. A woman in love corrects misunderstandings about him, protects his reputation, doesn't allow disrespect behind his back. She may joke with him privately, but she won't tolerate others crossing that line. Because when she loves a man, his dignity becomes personal to her. 5. She cares about his mental and emotional health. Love goes beyond surface happiness. A woman who truly loves notices when he's quiet, asks how he's really doing, encourages rest, peace, and balance. She doesn't see emotional struggle as weakness. She sees it as something to support, not fix, not judge. Her care becomes nurturing, patient, and protective. 6. She sacrifices without keeping score. Real love doesn't come with a checklist. A woman in love gives time without demanding repayment, supports without expecting praise, sacrifices quietly. She doesn't say, "Remember what I did for you," because love to her is not a transaction. The moment she starts keeping score, love is already fading. 7. She makes him feel emotionally safe. Men rarely talk about this, but emotional safety matters deeply. When a woman loves a man, she doesn't weaponize his weaknesses. She doesn't mock his vulnerability. She creates a space where he can be himself with her. He doesn't need to perform. He doesn't need to pretend. That sense of peace is rare and unforgettable. 8. She believes in him during his lowest moments. Anyone can love success, but a woman in love stays when life is uncertain, encourages when confidence is low, believes when results are missing. She sees potential, not just outcomes. Even when he doubts himself, she holds belief for both of them. 9. She thinks long-term, not short-term. Love shifts perspective. A woman who loves deeply thinks about stability, cares about growth, considers the future. She doesn't just live for today's emotions. She thinks about tomorrow's consequences. That's why her decisions become more careful and more meaningful. 10. She loves him in her own unique way. This is the most important point. Every woman expresses love differently, some through care, some through words, some through actions, some through presence. But when she loves, consistency appears. She shows up. She stays. She tries, even when it's hard. Love is not perfection, it's persistence. Love is not what someone says in emotional moments. It's what they do repeatedly, especially when no one is watching. If a woman is doing most of these things, she doesn't just like you. She has chosen you emotionally. And love, when chosen, is one of the most powerful human forces. If this video made you reflect, share it with someone who needs to understand love more deeply. Because real love is quiet but unmistakable.